Hi guys, welcome back to the Free Hammers podcast. Here as always with Luke. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. On a Friday, we was meant to start 6:30 and it went off and went off and went off. We was just leaving it a little bit, hoping this transfer that's just been looming all day would go through. We usually start with the game before, but I think it's only fair to start with the transfers today, mate, as it is transfer deadline day. Well, the big news, mate, obviously, is Jarrod Bowen. For any of you who don't know who he is, this guy. Interesting player, probably one of the best players in the league. And before I let Paul have a little talk about him, just for you guys who don't know much about him, I did a little bit of research. So he can play right wing, second striker, and left wing. Some of his strengths and weaknesses on this website that I use quite well. It's a really good website. He's a very good finisher, dribbling. He can take free kick, long shots, headed. Attempts are apparently very good. He contribution in defence is also very good. His weaknesses are holding up the ball. This way it doesn't make sense. Headed attempts are good, but aerial duels are bad. Passing's apparently not very good as well. His style of play is a counter-attacking threat. He likes to cut inside. He likes to dribble. He's failed quite often. Just while Paul has his opinion, my laptop's going to die, so I'm just going to chuck the charger in, mate, while you have your opinion. 2 seconds.
Yeah. Hello to everyone just joining us in the chat as well. Good to see us. Yeah, Jarrod Bowen is an interesting one. Obviously, fantastic player in the Championship. Really, really good at that level. I watched the video today of his 50 goals for Hull. And if I just say the positives first of all, really, really good movement. He gets into good attacking positions. He seems quite an intelligent player. Real sort of fox in the box. Always he's on the end of a lot of rebounds. He gets a lot of tap-ins. Scores some really good goals from outside the box as well. The only thing I would say is, and I said this to you literally just before we went live, Luke, I think a lot of the goals that he scored in the Championship, just going by that video, I can't say I've watched much of him outside of that. I don't think you get them opportunities in the Premier League. Lots of bad defending, lots of dodgy rebounds. I just feel like a lot of the goals he scored, he's not going to have the same opportunities. I think if he does come into West Ham, I still think it's a really good signing, promising young player. I could see him playing off of Haller really well because he does seem to make good runs off the ball. He draws defenders away. I could see him linking up really, really well. And I think if he does come in, where we've seen sort of Lanzini, he's been playing Lanzini up as sort of that second striker role with Haller. I could see him coming in and playing that same role. I think he'll do quite well there.
It's very exciting. Obviously, name he goes by is the Championship Robin. You can see it. I don't know, like obviously some of the goals you see, he does cut inside. He's got a bit of a left foot wand as well. I know what you're saying, mate. Obviously, the Championship is a different level, but these players you've got to go out. We can't afford to miss out on the next Maddison. We have got to go and take a gamble on one of these players. And it pays off. You've got a real good sell on value. If it doesn't pay off, 20 million, a lot of money in nowadays market, really. It's like your sort of baseline player now, and 20 million is where it starts now for a player.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. And I definitely think that we should, and it looks like we are trying to bring him in. Hopefully we can get the personal terms sorted out. I still think it'll happen. Hopefully it does. And yeah, it'd be a really good signing, young signing, promising, tearing up the Championship. Obviously, if we do go down, he's going to be a great player to have to get us back up. Yeah, 100%. Absolutely the sort of signing we should make. I don't know, the comparisons to Robin, I don't know. He doesn't seem to be. Again, just watching videos. I haven't watched a lot of him play. Just outside of highlight videos, he don't really seem to have much pace. He don't really seem to take players on. Got a great left foot. Yeah, free kicks, cutting inside. Honestly, reminds me of Yarmolenko. Obviously, a lot younger version.
I'm hoping he's got a bit of pace. It looks like he's pacey as well.
I don't know. The videos.
I don't know whether he's raw pace. I don't know if he's raw pace.
He don't seem that quick to me. Like I say, I think his movement is very good. I think he's very intelligent and he gets into good positions, and that probably counters. But he doesn't seem rapid to me. I don't think he's someone who's going to tear up the wing like Felipe Anderson. but yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, it comes off.
Yeah. Just before I go into the chat, so X has just literally tweeted 54 seconds ago. Currently waiting for an update. Last I heard, it's ongoing, but the club are unsure whether it will happen at this point. That doesn't sound good, does it?
That don't sound running good. Out of time.
There they are, mate. We've only got to 11 o'clock. I'm going to go into the chat very quickly before we discuss some other rumours. So, evening all. Would be chuffed if Barnside, wouldn't we all? But I'll tell you what, I'm waiting for Everton, late snap up. Newcastle, late snap up. Good evening. Good evening, Neil. Good evening. Thanks, I can't handle TalkSport anymore. Hi to you both. Hi, David. Late to the transfer. Apparently that is the rumour. He had a delay holding up. Is that him not wanting a relegation clause in his contract? What do you make of that, mate? You think, for me, okay, I know we want him, and as fans, we're all out and get him, but, all players have had to sign up for that. And that is your club policy. And really, can you go out of that? That will just upset the rest of the players.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, mate. Absolutely. If it's something that everyone has got that clause, and the thing is, as well, you've got to look at it. If he's, I don't know, what's he earning? Say he's earning 10 grand a week. I don't know how much he's earning in the Championship, right? If we give him 50 grand a week and then we go down and he's still going to be earning 25, do you know what I mean? So it would be a shame if something like that stopped the transfer from happening. It would be a shame. But at the same time, what if, like you say, what if we do bring him in? We say, all right, don't worry about that clause. And then all of a sudden, Moyes has got half the team knocking on his door saying, well, hang on a minute.
I want this taken out of my contract, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a difficult one.
Yeah. Thomas says there, be a great signing. If we can get over the line, he'll be our new Ashton, for our opinion. Hopefully. Obviously, he's not as big and stocky as Dino. Dino was probably one of the most inspiring players we bought at the time, a few years ago. He came in, fired us to the FA Cup final. Good. Is this it? Where's Matthew, Mark, and John? We've got Luke and Paul. The other ones are in the Old Testament. Owen Paul might be off yet, so we read Jason, and it would be typical us, wouldn't it, really? Hey, boys, can't believe they won't pay him what he wants. From the club, 1.5 million wages, and they'll lose 70 million in TV. They are useless, and it's all... Yeah. So, but as we just discussed, obviously, David just says there, agrees with me. Look, I want him, and if it was my money, I wouldn't care. But you have to... I'm not a ball lover at all. This is not me ball loving or ball backing. You do have to look at the picture. It would upset the other 23 or 24 players that are at that club who have got that clause in their contract and have had to sign the same sort of contract. I bet he goes to Palace. Third, he went to Spurs. Rubbish transfer window. We've still got a few hours. Just very quickly. 10 grand a week in Hull is equivalent to 100 grand a week in London. So let's hope this comes off. But getting nervy now. It is definitely getting nervy with only, 4 hours to go. Another couple of ones that we've been linked with today, mate. Obviously, the Barcelona right back is not going to happen now. He worked permit. Can't remember his name. What was his name? Musa Wag.
Wagyu. Never going to happen anyway, mate. He ain't coming. Like, he's one of the biggest prospects in world football. He's not coming on loan to West Ham. So I don't know. That was paper talk. That's never going to happen.
The Matty Cash stuff seems to have really gone quiet as well. That was another player we was heavily linked with. A little bit earlier, did put out, this was 4 hours ago, we've got in for 3 right backs and a forward. And then obviously it's all gone a bit quiet since then. So knows. Do you reckon the forward is one of the ones from the French league? One of those ones?
Not including Bowen, because obviously the forward could have been him.
No, not including Bowen. Yeah, so it was Bowen,
and then a forward and a couple
3
of
right backs and a forward. I would reckon it's one of those French gamble ones. If it's the forward, that'd be like the big signing. If it comes off, is Bowen. cheap right back, and then maybe another right back on loan or something like that. I don't know. I'm not in the know, guys, by any means.
Yeah, no, yeah, it does seem to be. Well, I actually did see. I can't remember who said it, but I did read someone said it. It seems like at the moment Sullivan's just throwing a load of stuff out there, loan to buy
approach,
deals. Yeah, he's just throwing out a load of loan to buy deals and seeing what sticks. I don't know. It's been very quiet, especially on the there don't seem to be any deals in the works for. I mean, if we're going to sign a right back, I don't know if the loan market's any different, but we ain't got time. We ain't got time to get these players over and do medicals and all the rest of it now. So I don't know. I reckon if Bowen happens, brilliant. But that'll probably be it.
Yeah, that's a very funny comment there. What happened to Kulala Babi, or whatever you pronounce his name? Yeah, obviously, yeah, that was really going to happen. Wasn't it? What is he like? He's a 90 million rated defender, and he
yeah, one of the best defenders in the world. Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah,
yeah. I remember
see if we can loan Sergio Ramos as well. You know.
Yeah, I do remember reading that rumour. Though. It did make me laugh. Haller, Antonio Anderson, and Bayern would be fit. It would. Let's hope it comes off, as I keep saying. Reading that Bowen might be off to Newcastle. That would be heartbreaking. That would, wouldn't it? To lose out to Newcastle.
Won't happen. I saw. Apparently, I read that he would prefer to go to Newcastle, but Newcastle haven't even made a bid. And again, we're talking a couple of hours left. There ain't time.
But the thing is, if most of the contract stuff is done, it more or less is just a case of they have to put the bid in, and it's like that. I think it literally can happen that quick. Because West Ham would have done the hard work of the negotiations.
Maybe.
Yeah. Gonzo said it's scattergun. Yep. Boys, listen to the interview on Knees Up Mother Brown website. It makes me rage against this lot. They need to pay whatever we need to stay up, or we need to show them time. Yeah. Did you actually get a chance to watch that, mate? I did send it to you.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. The way this club is being run financially. We'll touch on that a bit later, Gary. Just remind us again a bit later if I don't talk about that, because obviously we're still talking about Tim Picard met Messi, so anything is possible. In terms of transfers, that's a sort of rumours, but one player did sign, mate. Thomas Soucek, or Soucek. Sorry, Neil did tell me how to pronounce it. Thomas Soucek, and he looks like this for anyone who hasn't seen him. Very tall lad. Comes from Slavia Prague, same club. West Ham legend Thomas Repka, well, Paul's dad, Thomas Repka, used to play for. Is he the box-to-box midfielder we all want, mate, and all think we need?
It could be. Read again. He's not a player I'm going to pretend that I've watched him play 50 games. I knew nothing about him really before we signed him, but just reading about him and how he seems to play. Really, really good goal record.
I think for CDM, yeah.
12 goals so far already. 12 goals in half a season playing as a defensive midfielder. 2 goals in the Champions League. To me, he seems like a Fellaini type. You know, he's a big, massive lad, 6'4", powerful presence. And Fellaini popped up with goals as well. To me, that's the type of player he seems to be. I don't know if he's going to be carrying the ball out like, Kouyaté used to maybe, but that powerful presence in midfield, danger coming into the box from set pieces. Yeah, it could be a really good signing.
Yeah. Gary says in the chat there, I'll just put that up. He says, Tony Moyes has said he's not ready for Saturday. Shows that you need to do your business early.
Well, that's I think that's because he hasn't played, I don't think, for a couple of months, but that's because they're the winter break over there. So he probably is going to take a bit to get up to match fitness because he wouldn't have played for quite a while.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, I assume he'll definitely be on the bench tomorrow. It looks, what excites me is the potential, partnership with Rice. And, it might free Rice to go forward and they might interchange, one goes forward, one stays back, and then they both can take turns at doing that.
Yeah,
he's going to be better than Carlos Sanchez.
talking about not being the player that is going to pick the ball up and carry it. Declan Rice could be that player. I mean, we've seen him do it a couple of times now. We've seen him make them sort of lung busting runs through the defence. Rice could transition if Souček's going to be more sort of holding. Maybe Rice could transition into that type of player. Do you know what I mean? I think you might have even mentioned it before on the show, mate, that Rice could potentially be that kind of player. So it'd be interesting to see.
It takes pressure off Mark.
Yeah.
It gives you the opportunity to rest Rice, because obviously couldn't rest Rice because of Sanchez being there. So yeah, for me, it's a good deal. It's one we can get out of if we go down. Hopefully we don't go down, but if he stays up, that means he's hopefully done a good job, and we get a player for not a bad price, really. 18 million it'll be. I think it all goes through. Was
it 4 million and then was it 14? It was about that anyway, wasn't it? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Kent Hammer says the Bowen deal is dragging on. It certainly is, mate. I think he'll be good with Rice. If Gold and Sullivan have any clue about how close fans are to an open revolt, he won't let the Bowen deal fall through. Fans will be furious if they mess that up. Yeah, I suppose there is that risk as well, isn't there, mate? If this deal does fall through now today, it's just going to heighten the emotion on Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Carlos Sanchez has gone.
I still think it's going to happen. I still think it's going to happen. Carlos Sanchez hasn't gone anywhere, has he? Where's Carlos Sanchez gone?
Yeah, where has Carlos Sanchez gone, Kent? Let us know, because I'll be heartbroken. The both don't give up. I've already lost Roberto. Do you know what I mean? If the clubs have agreed a fee for Bowen, surely Sully isn't haggling over a few grand a week wage. It's not that. It's that relegation clause. That is what is holding it up. Whether it will, what will be the half and stuff like that. And apparently that is what is holding it up. And, I can't remember who said it. I think it was Gio actually said it on an earlier video today that, if they're offering him, I don't know, 50 grand a week. Well, you just said it yourself, mate. If they're offering 50 grand a week and it's half the 25, it's still good, mate. It comes down to a bit of greed, doesn't it? Yeah. So Thomas Souček has signed. I did a little bit in my video that I did the other day. For those of you who didn't know, he can play defensive midfield, central midfield. He can also, like Rice, cover in at centre back. Some of his strengths are passing, tactically very intelligent. He's got a goal on him. Got pace apparently, and power, bravery, and has very stamina. I love how bravery's listed as a strength. Very interesting. And then what? I said it on my show as well, mate. I'll get your opinion. Players, these Czechs, Croatians, Eastern European players, they're usually hard. And, the winners, said it on the show. Thomas Repka, not the best technical of players, but my God, he was a winner and he was odd. That's something we've been lacking.
Yeah, we've been calling out for that presence in midfield for a long time. And it looks like he could be someone to provide it. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm really looking forward to seeing him play.
Yeah, I've always liked Eastern European players. They've always done a job at West Ham. They always come in, very professional. Like I said, they're hard. That's what I like. They're hard. Like
joining the legends like Radislav Kovac.
Yeah. Where was Pogatetz from? He was another one, wasn't he?
I don't know. Was he Turkish or something? Pogatetz sounds Turkish.
He was awful. No, but I'm talking Stimac, Slav, Vorsukers and players like that. You know what I mean? Real players, technically. Oh, Cantor.
He was Turkish as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. Going on his way to the stadium to meet David Moyes, Sky Sports News says, right, guys, if anything happens during this live chat, obviously we can't keep checking Twitter every 2 seconds. Please let us know if anything does happen. When his medical completed, he's headed to London. Listen, he can only be heading to the London Stadium for one thing, in my opinion.
Yeah,
photos.
If that's happening, then
to the stadium.
Sounds like it's done. So
let's hope so. But move on a bit. So if anything comes up transfer news during the show, we'll talk about it. The Liverpool game, mate. I don't know if you caught it at all. It's worth as well have a little chat about it.
Mate, I didn't watch it. I didn't listen to it. I had no interest. I didn't read any updates. I literally went on YouTube. I watched the goals after the game. Just no interest, mate.
You think it was handball, Firmino?
I don't know.
There was a shout for.
I literally, mate.
I don't know highlights. Huh?
No, well, they didn't show any close-ups. They didn't show any replays of it. So I don't know, mate. I haven't seen it. So you might as well just talk about this one.
I thought we was doing well for about the 25, 30 minutes. We had good shape. The new right back looked good as well. He's playing against this club in the world at the minute. He's going to make mistakes. That was a real positive, to see a youngster playing there. Obviously, the penalty was the penalty. The second goal winning, we was never, ever going to get back in that game. But then, the chances we did have, again, it was a lack of quality. Haller had a good chance, Lanzini had a good chance, and it was just, I don't know, lack of quality. And this constant not playing for Fornals is really getting on my nerves. That I know, mate. We sort of have our little debate about it all the time. But for me, Lanzini needs to be dropped. He's not good enough at the minute. He's not good enough.
It's a shame. It really is a shame. Like I said, I didn't watch. I was working, so I couldn't have watched it. But I didn't see the game. I didn't bother trying to watch it after or anything. So, but it's two things. So I did, obviously, I'm always on these at Mother Brown. I did read through the end of the match forum on there after the game, and like I said, I didn't see it, so I can't have an opinion myself. But it sounds like a lot of people were saying that Lanzini weren't that bad, and apparently they were saying that Fornals was worse when he came on. And I did read as well that apparently Lanzini got cheered when he got subbed off. That's a joke. I'm sorry. Like he might be being disappointing, but this is like trying to play his way back from injury.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying food against him, but he needs to be dropped. He needs to be dropped. If he's not playing well, he needs to be dropped.
Fair enough. That's fair enough to say he needs to be dropped. He shouldn't be starting. And I don't agree with Fornals being dropped. I think Fornals should be started. But you can't be cheering a player coming off. Like that's ridiculous. He's trying to play his way back into form. He's trying to get his fitness back. I don't know. I think that's poor, to be honest. But apart from that, yeah, it's just really disappointing to see. Hopefully he stays. Hopefully we have a decent end to the season, gets a good, summer behind him, a good pre-season, and then we'll see what happens. He might never be the player that he was. He might not. I really hope he is. But I think we need to give him a bit more time than this. Don't forget, it wasn't that long ago where, me included, hold my hands up, was screaming for Antonio to be sold, saying how poor he was, how rubbish he was. 100%. He was never going to be the same coming back. And look at now, he's one of our most important players. So you need to give these players time. Do you know what I mean? And hang on, I just want to say as well, just because I can see the comments in the side there in the chat. So David just said, like, Lanzini trying laughing. Seriously, mate. Like I say, I watched the goals, and for their second goal, who was the player busting a gut to get back to try and put a tackle in defensively? Lanzini. Lanzini was the one there chasing Oxlade-Chamberlain back. Yeah, he couldn't get back in time to make the challenge, but don't tell me you weren't trying. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, Paul will defend Lanzini to the ground. He really will. But the Liverpool game, mate. It was a free hit. We was not expected to get anything out of it. These guys are 19 points clear in the Premier League. I know, and it makes me sick because I don't want Liverpool to win it, but it's too late now. They have won it, and their fans are just. They try and be insane. Their fans. But yeah, let's move on. Tone says, do you think a new board would ever consider tearing down the London Stadium and putting an Upland Park replica in its place? They benefit from long term. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Can you say that though? But don't get me wrong.
Way to win the fans over.
We all miss the Boleyn, but I wouldn't want to see an Upton Park replica with the cardboard castle at the front again. No. I mean, come on. Like, yeah, we all want a tighter, more intimate ground, but I don't know about that. Full on replica.
Yeah. Pogs was Austrian. There we go. Check for you boys. Pogs was Austrian. David said he's craving some popcorn. If they sign him, I want Sully in the photo. I will kiss the TV. Jason agrees and says Fono was on fire. Liverpool weren't their best, which helped us. Yeah, I suppose they let us play. The good teams, Man City's, Man United of old, Liverpool, can let you have the ball. Let you have the ball for half hour and have a rest.
Yeah.
And some of the games this year, in terms of when we're 3-0 down in a game, we've come back and it's 3-2. It's purely because the other team have just switched off. You know, when you've got a 3-goal lead in the Premier League, it's very unlikely.
I think that's it. Like teams like Liverpool, you know, they do what they need to do. You know, yeah, we could have scored a couple potentially, but if we'd have scored 2, they would have scored 4. Do you know what I mean?
Just switched on.
Yeah, so you know.
Another controversial one for you, mate. Lanzini can't be asked a fitness issue, in my opinion.
I don't agree. I don't think it's a fitness issue. It's a mental issue. And just like that, there you go. He looks scared to twist and turn. I think it's a mental issue, and you can say that. Really, Moyes persisting with him, playing him when we're in trouble like this ain't doing him any favours. It's not going to help his confidence. I think it's a mental issue rather than a fitness issue. Rather than, I don't think he's not trying. I think he's. I don't know. I just feel like he's been rushed back maybe too soon.
Scapegoated a bit because
I definitely think he's been scapegoated. There's definitely, and this happens constantly.
He ain't playing right. He's not playing well though.
No, I'm not trying to say that. You know, he's been our best player and he's been amazing. I'm not saying that, but West Ham fans, I'm sorry, we always seem to need to have a player to be the scapegoat, and at the moment it's Lanzini. So it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter how any other players play. It doesn't matter. He's the one who's going to get stick at a minute. That's just the way it is, you know.
Date from X. He should be at the ground very soon, hopefully. So, yeah, for me, that looks like he's signing. Another one, mate, on the transfers. Just before we move on to the Brighton game, about this China thing, obviously with the norovirus, is it coronavirus? Obviously, the Chinese Super League is now been suspended indefinitely. And apparently, all these players are in a rush to come back into Europe. Ain't going to happen. Just putting it out there. If the opportunity was there to sign Arnautovic back, would you have him back?
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, for me, like he's an absolute. He's. The geezer's an arsehole, but exactly what we need. Fighter. People were getting on Haller's back, and rightly so. His effort levels aren't there. He is a good player. There is a very good player in there, but I think he'd be a good player in a winning team. If we was in a mid-table position now, we'd be seeing a lot better, I think.
That's where I think, like I said earlier with Bowen, I think if he signs, he's a player that's going to be up and around Haller. He's going to make them runs like he was used to playing for Frankfurt last year. I think if we do sign Bowen, I think we'll see a lot better from Haller. At the minute, we're playing him like Andy Carroll, and he's not that type of player.
No, he's not. More of a Teddy. I think he was supposed to be like a Teddy Sheringham player. Like interfeet, lay off, little flicks, and players gamble. But we ain't got no one that gambles apart from Antonio. That's the problem. But yeah, I would 100% would have had Arnie back. He's another nasty one. He's horrible. He likes to have a fight, and he much as did and tools at one point. He has got that ability to drag you through it, get you through it. And there are some exciting players out there, mate, that I would have had a look at as well. Oscars, Fellaini, obviously, you always say that you would have him in the team.
Well, it sounds like we've got a better version now, so I wouldn't need him anymore.
Yeah, don't need him anymore, yeah. But knowing Alak, out of it, spread the corona, yeah, definitely. Has got a poisonous side to him, hasn't he?
Put him in a room with Sullivan and Gold and just see what happens. See if they get it.
Lots of people were hating on last season. Very true. I was one of them. Look at him now. One of the players of the season. Wouldn't touch Arnie with a budge pole. The only reason he wanted back is the wage cap in China. That's probably very true as well. He's no Arnautovic, not at any time under this circumstance. Like I say, controversial opinion. Only my opinion. Wouldn't give Arnie the pleasure. You've got to admit, though, guys, he was a fantastic player.
I think this time as well is still very fresh. When last week, when there were loads of rumours about Payet coming back, the fans seemed quite accepting of that. And I think maybe because a bit of time has passed now, do you know what I mean? Maybe Arnie's still a bit too fresh for a lot of fans, Yeah.
What's this one say? Would love Arnie back with divert the hatred. Yeah, that's a good point, mate. Right, so if any other transfer news comes up in the next few minutes, we'll go on to it. But Brighton, mate, is the next game, and it's that famous saying, mate, must win, and this really is a must win. This really is a must win. They currently sit 15th, 25 points. What's that? 2 points in front of us. I think we're on 23, aren't we? So if they beat us, they're going to be good amount of points clear, bit of breathing space. But if we beat them, we would go above them and try to build a little bit of breathing space ourselves. Player we was linked with in the summer has gone there and has done really well. He's Neil Mapai, I think you pronounce it. Last time out, though, they did lose 3-1 to Bournemouth, a team that has been struggling. Obviously, Bournemouth not had a win for a long time, so maybe this is a good time to play them. Last time we played them was the day before my wedding anniversary, 17th of August. It was 1-1. Last goal, Javi Hernandez scored just before I let you in, mate. I believe that is what I'm looking for. Yep, that's how they usually line up. Any players you like there, mate? I like Moy. Moy's a good player.
Yeah, Aaron Moy is a good player. Do you know what? I don't think there's a place for him in our team, but I've always liked Lewis Dunk. Just a no-nonsense, good no-nonsense defender. What's it? Pascal Gross.
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's not a bad player. It's not a frightening team, is it, when you look at them on paper?
Mapai can hurt us, though. Mapai could definitely hurt us. Pace. And a good point I've seen made, the Liverpool, talking about the Liverpool game, obviously, like you say, they can play in first gear the whole way and then just go boom, 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 it's game over. Brighton are not going to play in first gear. They're going to play in fifth gear. They're going to be in our face, wanting it. It means a lot to them. And we deal with that pressure. Obviously, Liverpool's level of pressure, we can take our time, play the ball about a bit more because Liverpool know they can kill us at any time. But with Brighton, it's a bit different, no?
There's a bit of news in the chat there, mate.
A bit of news in the chat, is there? Oh,
I can't see that
today, did they?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, who too? Haller was winning all the headers on Wednesday. No player picking up. Yep, I've been saying that. No player. Do one. Anyone know if there are any current and blue sides playing in any of the Spanish leagues? There you go. If anyone knows that, put it in the chat. Oh, Barcelona, yeah. Barcelona's current and blue, isn't it? Yeah. There was a bloke on West Ham Fan TV who said Haller was basically John Carew. Oh, seriously? Didn't they sell more today? I don't know if they.
No, I think they just made the loan permanent.
Yeah. They're a good side, mate, and it's not going to be an easy game.
No, it won't. No. Again, it's one of them where we're going to need to fight. We're going to need to be up for it. Do you know what though? I feel like this could be another Bournemouth. I think we could turn them over. I know we're not on good form at the minute, but like you say, they are going to come out 100 mile an hour. They are going to come out 100%. I can see Moyes sort of doing the same, sort of sit back and try and catch them. I don't know. I think we could do them. I think we could do them. I think you could see a few goals as well.
Obviously, Antonio was rested in the Liverpool game. They said he had a little hamstring, but he definitely was rested, and he will, I assume, will start tomorrow afternoon. I think we could hurt them with Antonio. Really do. I think Antonio and Haller up top. Maybe Souček to come on. Rice in now. Wonder if he will start the young kid at right back now, or was that Zabaleta's rest for that game?
Obviously, I didn't see the game, but how did he play the young? What's his name? Ngakia. Maybe Neil will put in the chat how to actually pronounce it again for me. But he did all right. He did all right. Moving forward, looked good. Pace, he was an outlet ball, which was good. He made some defensive mistakes, but you're playing against Origi, an experience. He scored a goal in the Champions League final, Origi. There was a cut during the penalty. Obviously, he was caught out, and if he dropped on time, maybe that wouldn't have been a penalty. But he's a kid at the end of the day. I assume you remember Declan Rice, at Newcastle when he played the ball back. I think it was his second game for the club, and he didn't play again for like 8 to 10 games, did he? Now he's a kid; he'll learn, and hopefully, we've got a little player there. Zabra all day.
apparently they're saying, and Antonio still not right. He will be on the bench. I hope not. I hope he starts. To be honest with you. Apparently it is pronounced Nketiah. Okay. Young boy was okay. I would go. Yeah, he was okay. He was okay, and I think that's something we can say. Anything else, mate?
Just checking the chat there, mate.
Jarrod Bowen has agreed to personal terms on his move from Hull to West Ham. That is a 20 million plus deal. Till I see him with the shirt. Until I see
exactly,
him with the shirt
mate. I was just going to say when we see
that special video when he's like and bubbles like Julian Newgill was last year. And more reliable source is the BBC than Sky Sports. Sky sources, like I always say, is mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, and burger sauce. BBC sources are a bit more reliable. They seem to wait till the last minute. And Gary Page says, looks like he's kissing TV. When is Anderson fit? He will be him behind Allah, or will it still be Lanzini? Anderson is outlet ball, he's fast, he's quick. He's not had the best season either. Listen, the way Paul defends Lanzini is a bit like how I defend Anderson. I'm a fan of Anderson. He did get that first goal against Bournemouth, and it's just a shame that he picked up that little knock sort of straight after its form looked like he was going to go up, didn't it?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's an interesting one to see where he fits in, Anderson. I think it depends on the formation. If Moyes sticks with 5 at the back, or if he goes to 3 at the back. I'm just trying to find it. I was mucking about with the squad builder on FIFA earlier, just trying to see how I would fit everybody in. So if we did a sort of 3-4-1-2, to me, I don't know if this is going to show up, but that would be a sort of team I would play. So you basically got Haller up front, Anderson and Bowen off of them, Antonio at right wing back when he's fit, Masuaku left wing back.
That's when everyone's fit, yeah.
Yeah, Souček, Rice, and then you've obviously got Ogbonna, Diop, Balbuena in defence. That's if it was me picking the team and we were sticking to that kind of formation. I actually think that formation with those more attacking players would suit us quite well.
There'll be a bit of pace and potentially a counter attack there. Any people specifically you wish West Ham would sign this window? Messi, Neymar, Suarez, Mbappe? No. If we're talking realistic and we've actually been linked to him, I was really excited about Barkley. I would have liked the Barkley signing to go through. If we're talking about players we've been actually linked with, yeah, Barkley for me. What about you, mate?
Honestly, of all the players that we've been linked with, there haven't been any real sort of. Well, the kid from Barcelona would have been incredible, but that was, like I say, that was never going to happen. I saw we were actually linked with. It was a player I used to really, really like, Ignacio Abate, the Milan right back. But he's, I think he's like 33. It'd be another Zabaleta coming in. I mean, Bowen's going to give us goals. I would have liked to have seen us bring in another striker, but as for who, realistic, I don't know. The talk of Giroud, I don't think Giroud would have been the right move. That
didn't inspire me either. It doesn't inspire me that though. Yeah. Also, sorry, just another update there.
Brilliant.
Okay. Any more questions in there? There's quite a few questions here. Should we revert to a flat back 4 against Brighton? Let you talk to me, mate.
Yeah, like I say, against Brighton, yeah, a lot of fans are going to say, see, this is the thing, right? I actually don't mind the formation that Moyes is playing if he plays it attacking. So rather than playing it as a 5, play it as a 3 at the back and have those wing backs really not really being defenders, being attackers. I think if you play Masuaku on the left in that position, that's a fantastic position for him. Like I said, the problem playing 3 or 5 at the back of the minute is we haven't got anyone to play right wing back, which is where Antonio comes in when he's fit. I suppose a lot of fans are going to want to see us go back to 4 at the back, play a bit more attacking, maybe 2 up top.
The 4 at the back has got us our best results. That's what my argument would have been. That's our best results have come under Moyes when we've played 4 at the back.
Yeah, I don't mind like I say, I don't want to say I don't mind the 5 at the back. I don't like 5 defenders and then you've got 2 defensive midfielders sitting in front of them. That's far too defensive. But if you're playing 3 defenders, 2 attacking wing backs, and then a more dynamic midfield, that's more what I'd want to see. Just exactly that, just like that squad that I put up.
Almost would have liked Christensen from Chelsea. Been a good signing. Do you know another one? A dream signing for me, and I don't think it would happen now. And this is more for the summer if we were to stay up. If Chelsea went and spent big in terms of midfielders and stuff like that, I would love to go and get someone like Mason Mount on loan. Someone like him, him and Rice together. No, it's a dream signing. It's a dream.
Why would they loan us Mason Mount?
No, but I'm saying the summer, Frank may go out and go, right, I'm going to go and get this one, and Mount's playtime may go down. I'm just like, this is dream world tonight, but I would love to see it. That's one I would love to see at West Ham. Good player, very good player. To say, well, I will be impressed if they bring them on the pitch tomorrow. I must say, if they're not in the team, which I can't see so close, I will tip my hat to the ball. Obviously, Bowen won't be able to play now. I think it's 5 o'clock. You have to actually be registered for.
I think it was midday, mate. I think it was midday.
Something like that. To be registered to play for the club the next day. I'm going to go too much longer here, guys. What about a prediction for Brighton, mate?
Like I say, I think if we play well, I think we could do them. Honestly, I think we could see a sort of 3-0. I'm really, we've said before, I'm an optimist. I'm an optimistic person. And I haven't been for a while, but I don't know. I just feel like this could be a spark and we need it. So, yeah, there you go. I'm going to say 3-0.
A question. Oh, sorry, I didn't make my prediction. I'm going to say, I never say us to win. I'm going to say 2-1 win. I think I'm quite confident we could have a 2-1 win. I think new signings will give a bit of a lift to the team. That badly against Liverpool. So, yeah, 2-1 win. A couple of questions from Twitter. Do we have any more Nkia's academy who's actually very good for a first outing? Nathan Holland's supposed to be where? Yeah, Ben Johnson. Yeah, good player. Ben Johnson, for me, had a much better debut than Ngakia did. Again, he was playing at Man City that was flying as well, Johnson, on his debut, and I think he done really, really well that day. Question from Chris. Anyone know a hitman who can sort out Moose? Sadly not. Do you agree that Ngakia did enough to keep his place for Saturday versus Brighton and Hove Albion? Yeah, but I think Zabaleta will play. I think Zabaleta was rested for that reason. He is old legs now, and I think he was rested purely for that. I'm just going to go into the chat, mate, and I think we'll get up there. I think once we've done it. Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the summer. What a great signing he would be. He don't get a lot of play time as well. Maybe Liverpool can loan us money. They might do. You never know. Who's the most skillful player you guys have ever seen? Not the best, but the most skillful. Any club and any league.
Ronaldinho. For me,
live or on television?
Well, yeah. If you're talking like where anyone, it's Ronaldinho. Live. Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on Ronaldinho. He was absolutely sensational. During the Barcelona era, he was just ridiculous. The skills he used to pull out, he looked like he was playing on the playground.
His whole career, mate. His whole career. The things that man could do with a football were just crazy, crazy, absolutely crazy. Yeah.
Most skillful live.
Do you know what?
JJ Okocha.
For pure skills, young Joe Cole is up there for me.
Oh yeah,
he had phenomenal technique before Chelsea sort of ripped it out of him. Yeah. Dimmy, fantastic,
amazingly
skills,
skillful player.
Paolo, obviously, But he was a different type, Paolo.
Yeah. I'm thinking like some of the best performances I've ever seen against West Ham. I always say Fernando Torres when he was at Liverpool, Thierry Henry. Again, I wouldn't say it was a skillful performance.
That's the thing, though. It's like not that he said there, not the best. Those players are the best, but yeah,
this Bergkamp, unbelievably skillful player, someone like that.
Yeah, that's a good shout, actually, Bergkamp.
Brilliant player technically. I'm trying to think, Man United, Giggsy, young Giggs, fantastic player. Scholes. A couple more. Yeah, sorry, guys, I've just went a bit ahead there. Apologise. Would you like to see Pulisic on loan? Oh, wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? He's someone we could actually, we could do with, but yeah, I can't see that, mate. Might have a cheeky bet on West Ham to win and Souček to score. Hope it comes in for you, mate. Moyes and Souček would likely be part of the squad against Bayern. Good. Ronaldinho was the best. Live is Di Canio. For me, live is Payet and Tarabat. On TV, it's Ronaldinho and Neymar. I did like Fat Ronaldo as well. Fat Ronaldo was just absolutely sensational.
He was like Ronaldo. Fat Ronaldo was like Messi. It was just the control.
Sensational.
Like not really like tricks and skills, but just the control.
Ruthless.
The speed that he could move with a football.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's really hard because you think of the best players. Like one of my favourite players ever is Real Batistuta. Unbelievable. But again, would you say he's skillful? I suppose it is a skill to score a goal. It's that argument. You know what I mean?
It's
hard.
Not.
You can't say it's not
the same though. Like modern day, the likes of Neymar. It is skill wise actually doing tricks and things like that.
Yeah, like if you're talking skills as well, like Portugal, a charisma guy, he's unbelievable. The tricks he can pull off as well. He's another one.
Ronaldo, like Cristiano Ronaldo, has to be up there.
Yeah. Early days when he was full of tricks and stuff. He's not so tricky anymore, is he? I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. Hopefully, within the next few hours, we have signed another couple of players and a shirt with Bowen and all that. And if we do, I'll make a video tomorrow about Bowen and stuff and talk a little bit more. And if we have signed anyone else, that's a good shout. That's a great shout. I used to love watching him play for us. None of the current players. He was what a player. He was honestly what a player. We'll leave it there. Thanks, Paul, mate. Thanks everyone joined us in the chat tonight. Hopefully, loads of good news later on. We'll be back next week with episode 104. Till then, guys, enjoy the game tomorrow. On your irons, keep believing. Let's go.
Cheers.